My name is Mohamud Ahmed, graduated baccalaureate from East Africa University, master from University of Bahri, specialized for food safety of animal origin. I'm honored to show you our research entitled with the situation of the physical facilities, operation and sanitary practice of Bossaso Abattoir. First, let us define abattoir. Abattoir is an establishment where specified animals are slaughtered and dressed for human consumption, and that's approved, registered, or listed by the competent authority for such purpose, as defined by the CAC, or Codex Alimentarius Commission. So, with a short time, we are emphasizing the most important slides to show up what we've done before this for our recent data. So the justification of this study was there is unacceptable practice undertaken in Bossaso Abattoir during the slaughtering process of animals that result in meat contamination that allows transmission of pathogens and poor meat quality. This may be attributed to inadequate infrastructure, equipment, pre-slaughter and slaughter procedure, and poor hygiene, and also there's a lack of ante-mortem and post-mortem inspection. Also, there's inadequate training for workers in abattoir or meat handlers. So these make meat inspections and carcass handling method in Bossaso could contribute risky for transmission of disease to humans and meat contamination and quality. So there is no documented information on Bossaso of the Bossaso abattoir. So we are considered only in 3 areas: the site and location of the abattoir, slaughtering and pre-slaughter practice, and carcass handling, and also the extent of the sanitation hygiene, and also training. Next slide, please. Problems? Okay. The general objective was to evaluate the situation of the physical facilities, and there is our two specific objectives, as we see there. So, our area of study was Bossaso. A descriptive study, cross-sectional study was used as a study design, and sample was taken by only those are making slaughtering practice only. That's our sample for the questionnaire. We collected data in a 2 methods. First, as a questionnaire and assessment. The questionnaire was 4 sections. Section A was demographic characteristics. Section B was information of the site collections, and Section C was information on the pre-slaughter and slaughter and carcass handling. Section D was to inform information about extent sanitation, hygiene, and adequate training. So we analyzed data using SPSS, and also we use mean establishing. Then we make mean establishing for the 4th grade scale. When we add 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal 10, then we divide 4. So our question is mainly the 3 main questions section. The 3 main sections we considered using mean. So 2.5 greater, more less than 2.5 we consider disagreed response, and 2.5 more than we disagreed agreed response. As with these are the demographic characteristics. Most of the abattoir slaughter practice workers was the male, and almost they are illiterate, and they age mostly between the 36 45. The site and location and infrastructure practice, most questions we are asking in there, you can see. the observation of the study, mostly the slaughter practice was located in area with a bad odor, smoke and dusty, and not close to coastal area. But and also the road of the was terrain. Also it spread from the industrial and crop farms, but near to residential building. Abattoir workers also they disagreed with some points from the observation. From my observation, they say the lorry had adequate facilities for antemortem inspection, but as we observed, it was inadequate facilities. Also, the lorry was slightly separated within a few distance from the slaughtered area. While the main decision, also they disagreed the question that lorry were probably but drained in a good raised fence for slaughter. Also, the workers also disagreed the slaughterhouse that had separate facilities and handle hiding skins, separate rooms for cleaning, treatment, and intestinal oval, facilities for storage, disposable, and condemned parties. In the section of the slaughter and carcass handling, abattoir workers disagreed that animals are suffering with the slaughter stress because they don't using appropriate standard practice. They are mostly restraining on the floor by using ropes. Hence, also workers disagreed animals were probably restrained and standing before the slaughter. They compromising animal were often. So there is animal welfare in there. They using ropes and chains or physically wasted down, especially the camels. This practice may result in lack of proper facilities to use for them and force the work to use cruel alternative method. Mostly they use for this method the camels. This will affect the meat quality. Sometimes could cause stress. Workers agree that Muslim prayers are said before they slaughter animals. Also workers agree there is a lack of antemortem and postmortem inspection in the slaughterhouse. Also workers agree that slaughterhouse in Bossaso have good refrigeration facilities, likely due to poor electric supply. And also the electric supply in Somalia mostly are more expensive. So when they slaughter the animal, they will put there and packaging for plastic packages until the car came in. So there is no refrigeration facilities. However, carcass were probably eviscerated and washed before splitting. In the sanitation hygiene, abattoir workers disagreed there is a regular cleaning and sanitation program at the slaughter. There's no there. Also, they agreed that slaughterhouse lacked efficient sanitation disinfection program, which could lead to bacterial contamination of carcass, poor handling fecal matter from animals was a major source from the direct or indirect contamination with slaughtering was done on the floor. Lack of adequate clean water supply due to no borehole for the potable water. There's no borehole that has the abattoir itself. Also, there's lack of workers have poor knowledge of meat processing, lack of antemortem, postmortem, and there's no regular training for them. The next one was we are make assessment. We divide that we are make assessment. When we are making assessment, we grade it into 3 grades: facilities with present and functional, and facilities with present but not functional, and facilities with totally absent. So mostly of them they were absent. Using the table, they are absent. Only lavish and water supply and electric supply they are present. Also they are not functionalized well. These are the images of the slaughterhouse. This is a camel section area for slaughtering and the large animals, and this for small animals. In conclusion, facility sanitation and operation practice of abattoir can highly contribute meat quality. Training was rarely provided for abattoir workers, hence operated in poor hygienic and traditional system. The abattoir had no laboratory, refrigerator, or standing pen, no carcass classification. Also, abattoir was not working its full potential due to lack of instrument. Our recommendation mainly, the first one is a standard abattoir should construct it in Bossaso, a standard abattoir with the following facilities, all by the state government. Lawyerage, standing bench, investigation section, all, and also to apply or establish HACCP facilities to produce healthy meat. Also, all the concerned authorities should formulate meat inspection law. I think even there's no Meat Safety Act in Somalia, so the parliament should pass that or to make the meat inspection law, and Minister of Livestock should propose this meat law. Record all daily activities, also create awareness about meat readiness. These are the main 5 recommendations of the our research. So thank you. Next.